Janet, welcome to our discussion. And let's get started with knowing a little bit about what Singapore Press Club is, what is its mandate, and how has it evolved over the years.
Well, Singapore Press Club was formed in 1971, so it's now about 54 years. It was started by a group of editors who gathered together on their own most of the time to have drinks, to network. And they decided that why don't they form a club, for media to get together and on more regular basis and to invite more people, journalists and communicators to join. So the club has been mostly volunteer basis management for many, many years until 4 years ago, the club converted to a company limited by guarantee and hired, me as the general manager to organize activities on more regular basis because then it's more professionalized. Yeah, it's the aim is always to create an opportunity for members to get together, network, and build relationships. I think in the media industry, a lot of people think that journalists need to work on their own, but that's not true. Because if they want to run a story, they really need to reach out to newsmakers. Newsmakers are not so easy to find when you need them. So if you network and you know newsmakers way ahead of time, your story, research, and getting them to comment will be so much easier because you know them on a personal basis. That's what I always tell people. Networking is so important.
Absolutely. And I think in today's world, the traditional way of working have also changed so much. You can't just sit on your desk, do your work, and leave everything for things to happen. You need to constantly meet people, you need to engage, have conversations, even to get your ideas. So, Janet, I think you've partly answered this, but like what makes Singapore Press Club very different from these networking clubs or so, other media clubs which exist in this landscape in Singapore?
We are pretty much the well-known media club in Singapore. We actually have become a more encompassing club. We started off only, inviting media professionals to join. But media professionals also move around. Some of them become communicators in corporations, and sometimes they move back into media again. And so there are a lot of relationships across this communication industry. So the club actually included associate members, which is those who practice PR and also communicators in big corporations. And you'll be surprised that we do have managing directors and CEOs of companies who find that it's very worthwhile joining Singapore Press Club because we offer a variety of programs. In fact, we run about 30 over programs a year. And these programs run from embassy nights, where we engage with the embassy to get perspective of the ambassador. And the ambassadors are so lovely. They always host us at their residence or at some unique place where they feel they can feature their own country's culture, and also their food are amazing. So the other programs that we do are newsmakers programs where we actually talk about news impact stories. For example, when the year cryptocurrency crashed, we actually had a cryptocurrency discussion. What's going to happen to cryptocurrency? We work with the FinTech Association to discuss about this matter. Or even recently, we had a workshop about AI, which is something that is on top of everybody's mind now. We sometimes have film screenings where people watch a documentary, and we had a discussion between the journalists and the filmmakers, discuss a particular topic, for example, sustainability or green movements. We had a Ukraine documentary which was filmed by a journalist who was in Ukraine itself during the early days, and he had won a Oscar award as well for the documentary. We also conduct book talks, discuss with writers of these books, and understand why they love the writing. How do you start writing a book? We conduct workshops as well. We conduct video filming workshops as well. So a variety. We have our awards program, which just happened in July, and we award journalists and communicators for their excellent works. Other than that, we have social. We do attend special exhibitions, cultural events, and we had last year a Deepavali visit to the temple with a banana leaf lunch. So experiences is important for us to actually engage our members because we have almost 500 members, right? But every member has different interests and they want to be engaged in different ways. I think the club has developed to become more social in nature as well. So for every year, we do a goodwill mission and we work very closely with the embassies and the airlines to actually bring our members delegation to get to meet the prime ministers, presidents, foreign ministers, economic ministers, and we get to assess certain spaces that as a normal tourist package you will never ever get to see. So these are interesting things that we have done. Yeah.
This is amazing. And I joined the Singapore Press Club this year, and it's been absolutely joy because I think, first of all, meeting so many people to have that community feeling, experiences that you talked about, some very topical themes like the sustainability AI that we bring up, and then, of course, the embassy nights. So it's, I think, a combination of everything. And I also feel there are a lot of clubs which would have events far and few in a year. But here there is constant engagement. So you form camaraderie because you're not meeting just once or twice in a year and, reconnecting. You have that thread going on a constant basis. So, Janet, now coming to one special initiative that Singapore Press Club has just launched, the mentorship program with SAS. Could you tell us a little bit about, what motivated us to get involved in something like this?
Okay. I mean, talking about student membership, it has always been part and parcel of the club's wish to actually engage the younger, up and coming communicators, people who are interested in being in this industry. So we always talk to the, universities and even polys to actually help give talks for them. And the intention is that mentorship program is not an internship. It's to help these students who are mentees to learn from the mentors who have volunteered to help them. And these volunteers or mentors actually spend a few hours in a month to discuss certain things that they want to learn. It is not to help them to do their homework, it's for them to actually learn how these mentors went through their career journeys, and from that conversation for them to understand where they want to go as well. And the excitement level at the event was also really good. The mentee that I'm working with and all the other mentees, they were so enthusiastic about this connection. And while the program will last for a certain number of months, we both were talking about how we can continue this association, how we can keep exchanging notes as she goes through her journey and as I progress in my journey, and be that one anchor at some place where you can always have a conversation about whatever you are facing or experiencing in your career at that point of time. So really excited to be part of that. So last question, Janet, a sneak peek into what is coming in the rest of 2025 for us, the club members. Wow. Okay. They are all lined up already. September is going to be very exciting. We have 3 events. We are organizing a joint event with IPRS. And subsequently, we will do a golf classic. This is our annual program as well. It's part of the club's efforts to do some fundraising for the club operations. And thirdly, we will have a embassy night with the Estonians embassy. October, as I said, we are going to South Africa between the 3rd to 12th of October. We are going to be embassy night with Hungary. And in November, there will be a photo exhibition jointly with the Straits Times and the Photographic Society of Singapore. And there will be a series of photography workshops. Yeah. And our big night press ball, November 22nd. Together have a nice big party. And the nice things about this year's theme is that it's going to be all about kabaya and batik, heritage. So the men can come in batik, the ladies can come in their kabaya and
Nice.
This thing about kabaya batik is very exotic, right? It's very Asian, and it's a good time to celebrate it together because it's in 2024 December. UNESCO actually announced it as an intangible culture of ASEAN.